What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of FABN801. And today we are going to be tearing a Toyota apart. That's right, 4-door short bed Toyota pickup truck. We had a customer bring the truck to us. He's got a newer gear axle that's a bit wider, and he's got a full set of Deaver rear springs with the shackles. And check these things out, you guys. They're a big old deal there. We've got a little bit of brackets. These will be our leaf spring brackets for the frame side, and then the shackle side we're gonna have to end up doing our own bracket. We're also gonna put in some new spring perches. We just ordered some U-bolts, so we'll have those here. But check it out, you guys. We're also gonna be putting in some Bypass King shocks. So these things are 18-inch, super badass. Usually work well on these trucks. And then we're gonna do a bed cage as well. So the shocks will be up on a big lean, up through the bed and into the cage. So we're gonna get this thing on the lift, put it in the air, and start taking notes and get this thing knocked out. So stay with us as we get it ready. And just like that, we're in the air. And this lift has some safety locks, so as it goes up, it's constantly sitting on the lock. So at any point when you come down, you can set it right on the locks. Boom, we're locked out. So now I like to give the car a 1-2, shake it out a little bit, make sure it's sitting really good. We're right there on the frame. We're right here on the front frame rail. We're not very good on the front frame rail here. As you can see, we got gappage. So I'm gonna bring it back down, turn the pad. Let me check this one. This one's doing the same. So we'll take it down, readjust it, make sure that baby's good and safe. And that is much better. Right there, you guys, we've got it on the lift. It looks a little low on this side. I might have to jack this arm up. But as you can see, we're off the ground. So I'm gonna get the tires pulled off and start dissecting this thing. He's got all the parts in the back of the truck. I'm gonna get these pulled out, lighten the load back. Those are some big old arched springs, you guys. Check them out. These things are Deavers, built for Toyotas, long travel and ready to rip desert. So we're gonna get this thing put together and see what it'll do. The old handy dandy fork lizard makes it quite an easy job. I might need Matt. Matt, can you run over and just balance this, bud? Y'all know this guy. I'm gonna have him balance it a little bit while I pull it out just so it doesn't fly. Just set it off to the side right here for a minute. So that's a newer year axle, you guys, which makes it a little bit wider. And at the point of building a pre-runner truck, you might as well get the wider axle. So that's exactly what this kid did. I'm gonna adjust the lift one more time, that way it's perfect. The front of the truck was sitting really high, so I'm gonna bring the pads in the front down. That way when we go up, it's sitting a little more balanced. Getting right into it. I got the tires pulled off. That kind of exposes what's going on in here. I'm gonna get the shocks pulled off and the drive line pulled off, and then we should be able to just drop this axle right out, you guys. It's gonna be cool. These leaf springs are huge, and we're gonna do a spring over, trying to keep the car low but have droop. So I'm gonna get these shocks pulled off now. Good set of old Bilsteins. All right, you guys, we've got the shocks taken off. We've got the e-brake cables all taken off. The new axle doesn't have the same style, so we're not going to be able to use that. The brake lines are disconnected, and we just got the electric e-locker unplugged. So next step is unbolt these springs and drop this axle down. So then we'll have it completely out of the way. Boom, there's your pile of parts. So I'm gonna cruise over to the other side, get it ripped off, and then we'll bring this axle right on out of here, get all the parts cleaned up. I like to clean up the parts, put all the nuts back where they're supposed to be on the bolts, that way nothing gets lost, put them in a box, and we have them if we need them. But you can see I got this other side I'm gonna hurry and rip apart before we drop the axle. Now that I've got this one out, the axle's pretty much free floating under there on the jack. Ah, my toe! And that's how you get the Toyota axles out of your Toyota. Huh? Slid out of here. I'm gonna come over and pick it with the forklift and take that bad boy right outside. Next order of business, drop these leaf springs. You can see he's still running the stock shackles. So we'll drop the shackles, drop them there, and then we're pretty much ready to get the frame kind of cleaned up and ready to start installing leaf springs. So that's gonna be the next move in order of business. But check this out real quick, you guys. That's right in the middle of taking up some headers. He's got himself or exhaust, whatever. He's got himself a cool cup, back purging, and the whole 9 yards, you guys. Little teardrop exit. So, project's going on. If you guys like this, let us know. We'll keep doing videos like this. Shop builds. Alright, so the other issue you run in with doing long travel suspension is the exhaust. So this exhaust originally would come down just like that and below the leaf spring, which this was already hitting the leaf spring super hard, as you can tell. You can see where it was dinging the exhaust. So I just got done cutting that, and I decided to go with it at the very top. That way it can just breathe and go right on out. So now we've got that out of there, we can get this last leaf spring off. Let's basically just hit it off. That will drop down just like that. Now I can pull these two bolts off, and then we're gonna get right into the cleaning. We'll be able to get the frame cleaned and figure out exactly where these spring perches are going. All right, you guys, so the fun starts. We've got the leaf springs off, got them out of our way, and I'm gonna start cutting these brackets off. You can see I already got this one started. I'm gonna whack it right across there, boom, and then I can grind down the little bit of welds. Same thing here. I've got to cut the bracket off the frame that held the shaka. So I'm gonna get that all cut off of there on the inside and outside and get these things cleaned up and ready for some new brackets that come with the kit. These new brackets will come and they will sit there in about the same location and go around the frame and weld in there, locating our leaf springs. So we got a box of bolts. I'm gonna get to cutting this, and we're one step closer to having a fully drooped out 18 inches of travel, long travel kit Toyota with Deaver springs, you guys. I've always wanted to do one. I've done a couple at other shops, but here we are doing one at FABN. Check out these shocks. So major upgrade from what he just took off, the Bilsteins to the Kings. Bilstein did a good job using the same finish and colors, but nothing like a good old King shock. So I'm gonna get ready, tune this up, get these cut off and grind it down. We've got the old axle out and we've got the new axle in place, you guys. Well, sitting here. We've got to cut these spring perches out. We've got to move them inward a little bit to match up where they need to be for this truck. But in order to get these spring perches and everything on, we've got to grind the frame and get this all cleaned up. And since we're this far, I think we're just gonna pull the bed off. What do you think, Matt?
It'd be easier.
It's gonna be a lot easier if we get this bed up out of our way. We will be able to grind the frame, get the shackle location everywhere we want, and get this truck dialed in. So we got 6 bolts to pull, undo a couple lights, and we can pull this bed right off this truck, making it super exposed for us to do our work. All right, you guys, we've been busting balls this morning, and we've got the bed taken off. That allowed us to get up to the frame, a lot easier to grind and get in here and see what we needed to do. So as you can tell, we're already a few steps ahead of you guys, and we've got the brackets mounted on the frame, tacked up. We just put bushings in the leaf springs, and we have the bracket set and tacked. So now that we have the leaf springs bolted up there, we're gonna swing it up, get the shackle mount, and we're gonna do, the customer wants the shackle under the frame, so we're gonna go ahead and get that put up right here, put some weight on it, see how it sits, and then we're gonna jump right into mounting some shocks. So we also busted out some spring perches. The axle tube's kind of square on the T100s, out a little wide, so we ended up cutting out some custom spring perches. Got those on there. We'll flip this axle, we'll get it put in, drop the other leaf down, and just keep trucking along. So Matt's over here putting in some bushings. Sad day. This is probably Matt's last day on YouTube. Y'all say bye in the comments.
Not quite. There's some other channels I'll be on.
Well, our channel. So we're gonna get the other leaf spring put up and get this thing put on. So there you guys have it. We've basically got the axle hanging on top of the leaf springs. We've got the shackles drooped out, and drive lines attached, the original stock drive lines. So we got the perches all boxed in, and Matt just got done cutting out the shock tabs, boxing them in. Now we are going to start messing with the shocks and start designing this bed cage. So pretty excited. Get this long travel kit built. So we've got the shock tabs prepped and ready to go for the lower shock, and we're gonna do that in just a second. I started measuring up some of the stuff for the bed cage and got Dragon turned on and ready to go. And you can see right here what we did is go ahead and added an extra gusset on the front and back to really help the positioning of the shackle mount. And as you can see, this Deavers droop out, baby. So I'm gonna get designing some bed cage stuff. We've already kind of laid out the bed. We're gonna have a big hole here where the shock comes through, another hole here where the cage comes in, and then we've got to do something back here to tie the cage in. So while Matt's welding, I'm gonna start drawing and see if we can knock this thing out. All right, we've got the Dragon fired up. I've got most of the bed cage pretty much drawn up, pretty basic. So we're gonna get this fired up, cut all the pieces, and at the same time, we have already gone ahead and put the bed back on the frame of this truck, you guys. And so I was able to get all the measurements I needed. And now you can see we've got the bed marked out, and Matt's gonna get this hole sawed right into this corner, and that's where our first tube will drop. So he's gonna get those knocked out. I'm gonna get the tubes knocked out, and we're gonna put this thing together. And that's gonna allow us to get the shocks mounted and up through the bed where it needs to be to tie it in. So kind of a lot of steps that have to happen in order. Not our first car, so we can kind of bust them out quick. Matt's got those 2 holes punched out, and at the same time I'm cutting out the last tube for the main structure. So I'm gonna try to get this main structure put in, and so we can see what we're dealing with for the shocks. Now I go through and I chip all the stuff out of the ends of these tubes, you guys, and then we clean them up so it's ready to weld. Got the end caps prepped, welded on, and ready to rock. Matt's getting the rest of the holes all mocked out and gonna drill out. So basically the shock's gonna come through here, and so instead of doing a single hole for the shock and a hole for the tube, we're just gonna take out that whole pocket right there. That way the shock has room to move, and it just gives us all the clearance we need. So we'll knock those out, and then we'll be able to do some tube work. So there you guys have it. We basically got the main bed hoop right here. I've got it tacked up, I've got the end caps on it, and Matt just finished cutting out the holes in the bed, so he's gonna get those cleaned up, and then we will start fitting some tube. And as you can see, this basically opens it up perfect for our tube to drop down. We'll have a kicker off the frame and land right on it. That will give us our location for a shock to mount. So you can kind of see in there, the shock's gonna kind of lay up into the corner of the bed, giving us a little bit more articulation out of that shock. The bed's still a little loose. We're gonna get it tied down before, and I'm gonna clean up the frame so I can kick the tubes off there. And we're gonna just keep on trucking, you guys. Right. Oh man, you guys, we've been going harder than a New York stripper. And Matt just got done marking the tube under here. You can see he's got it marked right there. He's gonna get that put up there, squared up, tacked in. And you can see we're already making a ton of progress here. We've put end caps on everything. That way tubes don't fill up with water, etc. But look at that! We got the one side in, and it looks freaking killer. This is gonna stay super flat with the top of the bed. So it's basically kind of a sleeper, if you would. You can see right here, we just followed the bed rail all the way down. And then we will add this guy right freaking there. And then you can all make sense. Shock will come up into this pocket. We'll put a cool little shock mount and brace right here, and it will drop straight down to this axle. So we're gonna keep trucking and get this done. Baby, that's what you call clicked into place. You can see right here, Matt nailed the holes on the down tubes pretty much perfect. keeping bare minimal. That way you can use as much bed as you want for camping, hunting, whatever it is you use your trucks for. So we're gonna get this one put up into place here. Square it up into the corner. Pretty cool little cage kit, you guys. We were just sitting here staring and talking different ideas, but you could also add like the back cab up off of this, you know, so it doesn't really leave you dead-ended, which is kind of cool. We're gonna get that side in. We got the little tube gussets, and then we're gonna start mounting these bypasses. These things are 16-inch King coil overs. Just kidding, they're not coilovers, dummy. Made you think though. All right, you guys, we just we're gonna throw the shock up in here, kind of show you guys what we're thinking and doing. So you can see we've got the tube here. This is like moved, it's loose, and then the shock's gonna come up here, and we're gonna catch the shock tab from tube to tube, and it'll drop down and catch the shock here. So basically, we pulled it all the way out, so it's at full droop as well. But you can see when you stuff this shock up in there, bingo. So that shock will live right there. So what we're gonna do is make the top mount, hang it down, and then that puts us exactly where we need to be for the bottom. And we've got the bottom tab pre-built, ready to go. So that's just a matter of mounting the top, swinging that where we want it, and tacking it. And then we'll play with the suspension a little bit. The only thing we are still lacking is the dang U-bolt. So we're not gonna be able to bolt the axle in 100%, but we do have it clamped, so. Just like that, you guys, we design and build all the brackets in-house. We can literally go to the computer, draw it up, and custom build whatever we want, literally. So don't hesitate to reach out, put in the comments. If you like watching these videos, we're gonna keep doing them. But check it out, we're gonna go ahead and put these shock tabs right across here, and you guys will see that in just a minute. So we can pull them right off the table, clean them up, and we're good for fabbing. So just like that, making this happen. The other thing we have is a bolt, or box of bolts is what I call it. So right over here, we got a bunch of grade 8s. This is one thing I lack on organization, but we go through them so freaking fast, and only certain sizes, and it's kind of expensive to have a shop come set you up. So I do my best. So anyways, I'm gonna get hardware figured out for these. That way, as soon as Matt's done cutting out the brackets, boom, we're bolting them up, and we're putting them in place and getting them tacked on. So stay tuned, we're gonna just get it done. Basically just need some washers. That one's a little different. There we go. Really helps with my eye-hand coordination doing the things I do. We also got these, but anyways, I'm gonna get these ready to bolt up to the shock. Here's the bracket, and exactly what I was trying to explain to you guys. So you basically just take this bracket here, and this thing will sit right up in there like that. Flush, boom, hold your shock. Super solid. The way we like it, baby. Here at FABN801. If you guys got a custom project, need help on it, don't feel the hesitation to call me. My number's all over the internet, the website, whatever. Give us a call. I love taking on new projects, different wild projects on the side of building all the chassis we got going, but and possibly be able to film it and put it on the YouTube channel of your car on my channel. So that could be a thing. Put it in the comments, be direct, and let's get some collaborations going. And as soon as we get our brackets made, we can actually come over here and set them up pre-weld, and it's ready to rock out. So you can see Max is getting down on the mid, little ripping. Like that, you can burn in your beads. So now we can take that bracket, bolt it to the shock, and immediately set it in place where we need it, and not worry about getting to the hard spots to weld and this or that. So that will go right here. We can adjust it side to side where we want it, get it exactly dialed in with the lower shock, and that can move, right? So we're gonna get this right in line, and bada boom, bada bang. Boom. So laid out the hardware, got the shocks ready, got the shocks prepped. Matt got these welded up, cooled them down, and as you can see, we're bolted up, baby. And I use these all the time, you guys. They're like an extra set of hands. I call them midget hands. You can put them here. This tube's not tacked, so it doesn't let it slide. But we're basically got the shock drooped right down straight. And then from the top, we just centered it in the gap of everything here. So it's kind of chill. You can see that Matt just went up with the lift a little bit, and you can see we're full droop there, and we're gonna get all 16 inches of that shock in a freaking leaf spring Toyota, dude. What do you think of that, Matt? Pretty cool. Would you rally it? Would you rally it?
Yep.
What's it missing though?
Long travel front, a full cage, a big old motor with a big old blower.
There you have it. So Matt's gonna get that measured out. We're gonna tack it. We're gonna put the bottom one in. We're gonna get the other side done, and we're gonna kind of play with it and see what it does. Super exciting. And look at this, you guys. Living in the country, you got dirt bikers just ripping by. We got sheep that walk by all the time. We got a stockpile of axles for upcoming surprise. A stockpile of axles for another build that's gonna match the new shop car. So we're gonna have a budget one and a kind of a high dollar one. So we'll have two different worlds of the new chassis coming, you guys. It's gonna be super sick. I'm super excited to drop it. And yeah, we're just doing it here at FABN, you guys. It's a Thursday. It's Thursday today, and the weather's great. Sage is doing great. And we're FABN, so we're gonna get these knocked out. I will grab this camera again in a minute.
Do some sketchy stuff.
Right there, proper way to tack some, you guys. You see how Mac took his hand and he freaking covered it after he saw what he was doing? That's how you protect yourself, your eyes, your clothes, and everything else. And the people around you, you know? Tricks of the trade.
210-pound tire.
All right, you guys, we're gonna get this bottom shock tacked in. You can see Matt's got it tacked up here. We got it bolted in. Matt's resembling some tire weight right here. So he's gonna pull the shock all the way down, put a little weight on the thing, and I'm gonna tack it. A little bit. And we gotta buzz the top of this paint off here real quick. We really like to make sure everything's bare metal when you weld it. Look at that droop action, dude. The painting looks good. Drive line's bolted in.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry.
It's all right. All right, we got that paint buzzed down. We are gonna tack it. Tack, tack, tack.
Go.
A little more, right? Everything's over there. It should be fine. Motherfucker. Push everything and like bump stop it where it has to be bump stopped. There you have it, you guys. So shock is in place, straight up and down, and we're fully extended here. this can't ever come past this point now. So everything from here is push up and down, push up, so, and back. Sweet. And then he'll be able to build a bump stop pad right on top of the axle and catch the original bump stop pad on the frame, which will be super cool. So we're gonna get the other side done real quick, be able to give you guys a full walk around of this, and cheers. Boom, you guys, just like that, we've put tires on this thing. We're letting it hang overnight. We're gonna sag those devers, but check it out. Full droop, Toyota T100 axle, so it's a little wider, dever springs, 12-inch chromoly shackles, new bushings, new frame mounts, bed cage tied in to the frame with 16-inch king coilovers, you guys. Sleeper cage, you can't even tell this thing's in here. You don't lose any bed space as well. So if you're trying to build a pre-runner, you got a cooler, you got a spare tire, you want to do a bunch of stuff in the bed, here's a cage that works. But pretty bad ass if you ask me. So this thing lays down. The tires, those are probably going to get changed out to a different wheel set and tire, I would imagine. But as of now, that's where we're at, you guys. So we're going to get back after it in the morning, burn this thing in, burn it down, probably pressure wash it off, and have the customer come pick his ride up. Thanks for watching FABN801, and we really appreciate you guys watching these. So what's up, guys? We are about to pull the shocks out of this thing and get this cage burned in. And as you can see, we've already got two caps on everything like I've shown you, but we're gonna get this burned in from the frame all the way up to here. And hopefully our U-bolts show up today. That's the only thing we're missing to finish this job out. So I'm gonna toss the camera around as we burn some beads. Let you guys watch what's up. Boom, bitches. All right, you guys, we just threw a bunch of heat into this. Matt's got everything's pretty much welded out and flushed up, you guys. So shackles welded, shackle hangers welded, cage is tied in, spring perches are welded. The only thing we're waiting on is freaking U-bolts. So as soon as those show up today, hopefully we can strap those babies in, put this thing down on the ground, and really check it out. Matt's getting the lights put back into the bed. As you know, we took it off so we could get to the frame, get it really clean, and just get the bed out of our way while we did the shackle mounts and spring perch mounts. So anyways, it turned out really sick, you guys, and thanks for watching. I think we're gonna get U-bolts on this, and then we'll show you the last little bit of it when it rolls out of here. Well, you guys, we basically got the Toyota wrapped up. We've got the leaf springs U-bolted up. We've got the bolts that fit perfectly. We've got the shocks that are all bolted in. We've just raised it up. We shot 150 pounds of nitrogen in there. We're gonna let it down, see what the ride height looks like, and make some adjustments from there. But you excited, Remy?
Oh yeah.
Here's our here's the proud owner of the Toyota.
Thank you.
So this thing's gonna be pretty wicked, you guys. We're gonna let it down on the lift, see how these shocks hold up. Probably gonna have to go beat on it a little bit to kind of get these shocks adjusted right where he likes the ride. So I'm gonna pull it down off the lift and show you guys what it looks like. Soft and stuff it is. So once you guys go beat on it, if it feels real stiff, we can let some out.
So that wouldn't be within the adjustments though? No.
I was gonna say both of you guys sit down and see what it is. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'd start with
The width. All stink bug, to be honest.
So there you guys have it. Devers on the rear of a Toyota. We've got the brake lines hooked up, brakes are pumped, we got oil in the diff, and this thing's ready to go hit some dirt roads. If you guys like watching videos like this, please keep watching, support us, hit the like and subscribe button, and maybe one day your vehicle will be in our shop getting built. Peace. So we threw a T. I'd swing it. Yeah, you can however you want.
Okay, I can go that way.
Oh, baby. Hold on, hold on. Go forward. Yeah, you just sucked it down, and you're going to probably have to trim your fenders up. You got so much squish now.
The fenders. Is that what it's hitting?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to. You probably want to frickin' Sawzall right here.
Shit.
Yeah, she just squatted when you.
Hold it up, boy. Back it up.
Might even need to put some more nitrogen in
Yeah,
there.
that's what I was thinking. Maybe just throw.
Might even need more in there.
What? Yeah. Stop.
And there we have it, you guys. It's made it out of the shop, and boy, it does look good. It's got the same width axle in the rear as the front now, looking appropriate. So the next move on the truck, I believe they're gonna do the front end next. And then I would imagine some bumpers and all kinds of other things. So there you guys had it. If you guys got Toyotas, hit us up. We can work on them too. Thanks for letting us do that, bud.
No problem. Yeah, I'm glad we found you.